Good morning, everyone. And today we're going to do some questions based on Capgemini. So, Capgemini had conducted its recruitment process for this year. The test is already done, and we have some questions that have actually come up in the Capgemini test, and we are going to do those questions. Okay. So, the thing with the written test is whenever you want to appear for any company, you'll have to always give a written test. Written step is the first step. Written test, what you give, will be the first step to get into any organization. The process of Capgemini, very simple. Written test is of four sections. First section is a pseudocode where you'll have to do coding based on languages like C, C++, Java, SQL, Python. Accordingly, you can choose. Then you have programming MCQs, which will be based on your knowledge of your programming languages plus OOPS, then data structure and related queries you'll have. Next, you have a round where they'll be checking your English vocabulary, written and verbal both, followed by a gamified aptitude test where they'll ask you questions based on aptitude. The exam is conducted in three sets, that is set A, B, and C. And the questions that we're going to do today, they have come up in set A of the Capgemini test, plus some questions from other set, that is set B and C also. So I have a question bank, and we're going to do those questions. So very quickly, we'll go on to the slides. Let's look at the first question that has come up. What is the technique? How to solve the question very quickly? We are going to do that. Okay. So a girl entered a store and bought X flowers for Y dollars. Okay. X and Y are integers already specified. She was about to leave. The clerk said, if you buy 10 more flowers, I will give you all of them for $2 and you will save 80 cents a dozen. The value of X and Y are. Okay, so X is for flowers and Y is per dollars. Okay, so if I need to find one flower cost of one flower is Y by X. So total Y dollars and X flowers, Y by X will be cost of one flower. So 12 flowers cost is going to be 12 Y by X. Now he's saying 10 more flowers and I'll give you all of them for $2 and you will save some money also. So 10 more flowers, 10 more, that means X plus 10. The cost of it is $2. Okay, now one flower, in this case, the cost is going to be 2 upon 10 plus X. Okay, now 12 flowers in this case. Now this is the new costing that we're talking about. So new costing will be 12 into 2 upon 10 plus X. Okay, now given the case is that you will be saving 80 cents a dozen. Okay, 80 cents, if I convert into dollars, it will be 80 by 100, that is 4 by 5. So what I have actually paid initially and what now I'm going to pay, if I take the difference, that is what I'm going to pay up. Okay, so the paying that I'm going to do is 12, and also the pay, it is said that I'll be saving per dozen. So I'll do 12 y by x minus 12 into 2 divided by 10 plus x is equals to 4 by 5. This is what my equation reduces to. After this, what we can do is, let's take out 12 common. So this is 4, 3 and 3. So this equation becomes 3y by x minus 6 upon 10 plus x is equals to 1 by 5. Now see, we just have one equation and two variables cannot be solved. So what we can do is we can always go for hit and trial. We already have the options. So whichever option would satisfy my condition, that is going to be my answer. So going with respect to options, values of x and y, they're given in the equation respectively. So let's go for first option A. Option A, x is 15, y is 1. So x 15, y is 1. So this becomes y 1, 3 into 1 divided by 15, 1 by 5 minus 6 by 10 plus 1 becomes 11. When we put these values, with respect to A, it is not satisfied. Let's go with respect to B. So with respect to A, LHS was not equal to RHS. Let's go for B, 10 and 1. So this becomes 3 into 1. Okay, 3 divided by 10. 3 by 10 minus 6 upon 11. Again, not equal to 1 by 5. Let's go for option C. Now, see, some students, what they'll say, they directly say that one equation and two variables cannot be determined. No, always go for options also. First, try to go with respect to options. Then, also, if you're not getting the answer, then it can be cannot be determined. 5. Okay, 3 by 5 minus 6 by 10. 6 by 10 is 2 by 5. So 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5, it's 1 by 5. Satisfying. So my answer is option C. My answer is C, that is 5 and 1. So value of X, flowers bought, 5 flowers bought for how many? Bought for $1. That is what my answer is. Okay, next question. In how many possible ways can we write 3240 as a product of three positive integers A, B, and C? Okay. First thing, prime factorization of 3240. So when we do the prime factorization of 3240, it is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 5. That is 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 4 into 5 raised to power 1. Prime factorization of 3240 is done. Now, this is actually number of ways in which n identical objects, we have n identical objects. So three positive integers I have, the value of a, b, and c I have. A is 2, b is 3, c is 5. I have the value of three positive integers a, b, and c. So, and these are identical. So it is 2 into 2 into 2, identical. 3, 3, 3, 3, identical. 5, identical. Okay. So I'll have to place n identical objects into three places. I'll have to write it as a product of three positive integers a, b, and c. In how many ways can I can do that? So basically placing n identical objects at three places, I'll be using the formula n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. I'll have to use this particular formula. Okay. So how am I going to arrange these twos? Let's go for arrangement of twos. So I have three are equal twos. Three twos I need to be arranged in three places. So this becomes 3 plus 3 minus 1 C 3 minus 1. This is 3 plus 3 minus 1 is 5C 2. So I can arrange 2's in 5C 2 ways. Next, if I go for 3, how many 3's are there? There are 4 3's. 4 plus 3 minus 1. C 3 minus 1. That is 6C 2 ways I can arrange 3's. Now similarly if I go for 5, 5 I have only 1. So it can be arranged in 3C 2 ways. Okay. Arrangement is clear. Number of ways is 5C2, 6C2 and 3C2. When we will solve this 5C2, it's actually equal to 10. 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 3 factorial. 6C2, 6 factorial divided by 4 factorial, 2 factorial becomes 15. Now 3C2, when we solve this, comes out to be 3. Total number of ways, it is actually product of three integers. So it will be product of these ways also, because I want to arrange 2 also, 3 also, and 5 also. So whenever it is ANDing, I always do multiplications. 10 into 15 into 5 into 3 is going to be my answer. That is in 450 ways I can do the arrangement. So my answer is option A, 450. Next. So in the given figure, sum of the values along each side is equal. Find the possible values of A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. Easy question. Let's go for each side. So horizontal side is 32 plus A plus B plus 10. First side. Next. That is 42 plus A plus B. Now 10 plus F plus 5. 15 plus F. Other side, if we go for 32 plus E plus 15, that is 47 plus E. Another thing, 15 plus C plus D plus 5. That is 20 plus C plus D. Okay, now all these values are given to me. Need to find the value of A, B, C, D, and E. This is my first equation, second equation, third equation, and fourth equation. One thing I need to realize here is there are four equations and I have six variables, so it cannot be solved using just these four equations and six variables. I have to narrow down my possibilities. What I can do is I can see the thing that is given in the question, that sum of the values along each side is equal. That is, opposite sides are going to be equal. Sum of opposite sides is going to be equal. What I can do? Let's go for the vertical sides. So if you go for the vertical sides, 47 plus E is going to be equal to 15 plus F. One thing that I can make out from here is F minus E is going to be 32. F minus E is going to be 32. With respect to options, we can check E and F respective values are given. So B cannot be my answer. D cannot be my answer. My answer can be either A or C, because here only 38 minus 6 is going to give me 32. Options I have narrowed down. It can be either A or C. Next thing we can go for 42 plus A plus B is equals to 20 plus C plus D. Okay. Now, after this, we can always go for the options. It is clear that it is going to be either 6, either A or B, that is E and F are clear, it is 6 or 38. Putting the values from the options for A, B, C, and D, we can have the answer. So as soon as we start putting the values of A, B, C, and D, so let's go for option A. A is 9, this is 7, this becomes 42 plus 16, 58. The other side, it is obviously not going to be 58. It is just 16 plus, it is 20 plus 16. It's 36 plus 20. It's 56. So A is not my answer. My answer is going to be option C. Since A gets eliminated, only option remaining is C. My answer is option C. We can also check by putting the values. When we put out the values 4 and 7, this becomes 11. 42 plus 11 is 53. Other side also it becomes 53. My answer is correct. Okay. So next question. Manufacturing of chocolate makes six different flavors of chocolate. Chocolates are sold in boxes of 10. How many different boxes of chocolates can be made? Very simple. Number of ways in which n identical objects, that is box 1, box 2, and so on, can be divided into n identical objects can be divided into r different arrangements, that is 6 different flavors. That is what we have to find out. We will be using n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. Okay, n different objects, that is 10 different boxes and 6 different flavors. This is what we have to do. So this becomes 10 plus 6 minus 1 c 6 minus 1. So when we will calculate it, this becomes 15c5. On calculation comes out to be 3003. My answer is option A. And different boxes and different objects to be arranged at r different ways can be done in n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. Answer is 3003. Next question. Find the next number of the series. Next number of the series 70, 54, 45, and 41. First thing that we always do is look for the difference between the numbers, if the differences are they in AP or GP or anything of that sort. 70 minus 54, difference is 16. 54 minus 45, difference is 9. Here difference is 4. Seems something like square, so I can write as 4 square, 3 square, 2 square. According to the series, whatever the number here would be, let's say it is x, difference would be 1, that is 1 square, so that my series gets completed. So it is going to be 41 minus 1, 1 less than the previous number, because there is just the differences that we have considered. Answer is going to be 40. My answer is option D, 40. Next question. How many possible integers less than 50 can be formed using the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5 for digits, each digit being used only once? Very, very, very important thing regarding permutations and combinations is we never use repetitions unless it is specified in the question. If it is not specified, don't take repetitions. Whatever is the condition given with respect to questions for repetitions, that we have to always consider. Positive integers less than 500. That means there will be single digit numbers, there will be two digit numbers, and all the three digits less than 500 will be considered. So we'll go for first the single digits. So how many single digits I can form? I have four numbers only. So I will be forming only four numbers, or there is going to be just four way of arrangement. If I form two digits, how many two digits can be formed? Okay, so two digits, I have four numbers here, and I have to form a two digit number. You can go for permutation or you can go for number of ways. If I want to go for permutation, I have four numbers, I have to select two, I'll be doing 4p2. If not comfortable with this, we can always go for number of ways. That is, I'll start filling from my MSB, the most significant bit, the leftmost bit. This will have four options. One of them will be used here. The next place is going to be having three options. So for two digits, I'll be having 12 ways or 12 numbers that are going to be possible. Next, if I talk about three digits, hundreds place will not have five here. So here 5 is not going to come up. How many options remaining? I'll just have three options here. Next place, 5 can come up here, but one of the numbers would be used here. So next place is again going to have 3 only. Last place is going to have two options. So number of ways of 3 digit, it is going to be 3 into 3. 9 into 2, that is 18 ways of filling the 3 digits. So whatever number less than 500 I can form, I'll be having 18 ways, or I'll be having 18 numbers. So total number, how many positive I can form? Total numbers is going to be addition of all these ways. 4 plus 12 plus 18. That is, I'll be having 34 positive integers that are possible out of 1, 2, 3, and 5. My answer is option D. Next question. In a rectangle with dimension 400 into 300, ft is feet. The dimensions is not given to you in meters, it is given to you in feet. Very, very, very important. There are 3 ants for every square inch. Now, given in format of inch, difference you will have to always consider how many ants approximately will be there inside the rectangle. Okay. One conversion I know, that 1 feet is equals to 12 inches. This conversion is known to us. 1 feet is equals to 12 inches, or 1 foot, if I consider, it is 12 inches. Next, let's convert this dimension in terms of inches. So 400 feet, it's 400 into 12, that is 4800 inches. Next, 300 feet, 300 into 12 becomes 3600 inches. Okay. Next thing, area of the rectangle. Area, I know it is length into breadth, so it is going to be, I'm writing it in format of powers of 10 so that I can see the options is given to me in terms of millions. I know million is 10 raised to power 6. So it will become easier for me to see if I convert it in terms of millions or in terms of powers. So 400 and 4800 inches can be written as 4.8 into 10 raised to power 3 multiplied by 3.6 into 10 raised to power 3. So when we do the multiplication, this will be 17.28 into 10 raised to power 6. This is the area in terms of inches. Now, next thing, it is given to me for every square inch, there are 3 ants. So this many square inches, 3 ants, 17.28 into 3 into 10 raised to power 6, this many ants. When we do the multiplication, it is 51.84 into 10 raised to power 6 ants in total. Now, 10 raised to power 6 is millions. 51.84 approximately close, we can write it as 50 million. So my answer to this question, it is B, 50 million. Important thing was conversion of feet and inches so that everything remains in the same units. Next question. The letter in the word Rodi are permutated in all possible ways and arranged in alphabetical order. What is the word at the 44th rank? That is what we have to find out. Okay. Arranging the word Rodi. If I do the alphabetical arrangement, the first arrangement should be A, D, E, I, O, and R. This is what the first arrangement should be. To calculate the rank, let's calculate the number of letters which will start with A first. So beginning with A, then 5 positions. So this will be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is first 120 words, 120 arrangements that we'll have, they'll be having A only at the beginning. So 44th rank is obviously going to fall up in this window only. So my letter, I know the word at the 44th rank, it is going to begin with A only. Now, what we can do is let's fix the next alphabet. So let's fix A, D, the rest of the four spaces. The rest of the four spaces, it is going to be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. It is 24. So if it is A, D, it will end up at 24th position only. So only 24, up to the 24th rank only it will be 80. So obviously D is not going to come up here. I can do the next arrangement as AE. We can see from the option also it is going to be AE and followed up. So let's do for AE. If I do for AE, again the next 24 words after AD are going to be filled up with AE. So if more 24 words are going to be AE, that is until the 48th rank, it is going to be AE. So 44 falls within this range. So I know that first two letters of it are going to be AE. Okay, now let's do the letter arrangement. So I need the alphabetical order. After E, if E is fixed here, let's put up D next. So if I put up D here, the three places can be filled in 3 factorial ways. What is 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. 6. Okay. Now, 24 plus 6 becomes 30. So it is not going to be A, E, D. Something other is going to put up after D. It is E. So I can, let's go for A, E, I. 3 into 3 into 3. It's again 6. So 30 plus 6 becomes 36th. Until 36th position, it is going to be A, E, I. No, we need something close to 40, something more close to 40. So after I, next we have is O. So let's try for O. A, E, O. So it's again 3 factorial. 36 plus 3 factorial. It's 42. Okay. So yeah, something close it is forming. We're going somewhere close to this. Okay. So maybe it is possible we can form letters using this. So letters with AD was 24th, that is okay. Then letters with AED and next arrangement will be IOR. So first 24 were possible with AD. Next we were forming with AEI. We took the consideration of AEI. Then if AEI is there, then it will be DOR. We had 6 more letters that we found out. So it's 24 plus 6. Next, what we can do is AEO if we do. Next arrangement is going to be DIR. So I'll have 6 more letters. We have reached until the 42nd position. Okay, now until 42nd is position. After AEO, will have the sequence of R. So it becomes A, E, R, D, I, and O. Because until here it is specified that 24 letters for A, D were forming. Then I had 6 for A, E, I, D, O, R. Then A, E, O, D, I, R. I'm taking all the possible arrangements possible until A, E, R, D, I, O. It is possible comes out to be my 43rd position. What I can do after this is let's flip I and O. So if you flip I and O, it becomes A, E, R, D, O, and I. This comes out to be my 44th position. So the alphabet that is going to be at the 44th position, it is A, E, R, D, O, I. Arrangement is 44. The word that is at 44th rank, it is A, E, R, D, O, I. Okay, next question. There is a pool of radius x feet and there is a pathway around the pool with a width of 4 feet. Okay, pool, and then there is another pathway around the pool. So it's x and 4. Find the radius of the pool if the path area divided by pool area, it's 11 by 25. Okay, now path area divided by pool area, it's 11 by 25. What we are directly going to do is, see, pi would be cancelled out. Path area, how I can find the path area is, if it is C1 and if it is C2, C1 is my outer circle, C2 is my inside circle. Path area I'll be finding is, I'll be doing area of C1 minus area of C2. If I do that, I'll have the path area. And pool area is your C2 directly. This is what I have to do. Okay, and pies, they are already going to cancel out. So let's not get into pies. So let's go for path area. Area for the larger circle, it becomes radius is x plus 4 the whole square minus x square, because area of the second circle, the C2, it is going to be pi x square. I know area of square of a circle is pi r square. Radius is x and 4 divided by area of the pool. Area of the pool is x square, going to be 11 by 25. Okay, x square, what we can do is divide by x square. So this becomes x plus 4 by x the whole square minus 1 is equals to 11 by 25. Okay, take 1 to the other side. If you take 1 to the other side, x plus 4 by x the whole square becomes 11 by 25 plus 1, that is 36 by 25. Now take the under root. X plus 4 by x equals to 6 by 5. Solving, 5x plus 20 equals to 6x. Your value of x comes out to be 20. That is, the radius of the pool is 20 meters. Very easily comes out to be 20 meters. Just saying that path area, how I can find the path area and how I can go for the pool area, calculating it, get the answer. Last question. An organization has 3 committees. Only 2 people are members of all 3 committees, but every pair of committee has 3 members in common. What is the least possible number of members on any one committee? Okay, so let's say A and B are common in all the committees. A and B, they are common in all committees. Okay, now third common member between first and third committee. So if A and B are common, this is AB, AB, and AB. So between the first and second committee, let's say it is C that is common. So this becomes ABC, ABC. Now between third member that is common between second and third committee, let's say that is D. So it's A, B, C, D and A, B, D. Let's say D is common. Now between first and third committee, the person that is common between first and third committee, let's say that thing is E. So it has to be A, B, C, E, A, B, D, E, A, B, C, D, everywhere it has to be E that is has to be common. Now, as per the government condition, there are two members are common in every committee and three members are common in every pair of committee. So two has to be common in every committee, three in every pair of committee. Hence, the least number of members in every committee or in any committee that you consider, it has to be at least four. So if you are not taking four members in common, you will not have three people that are going to be common. If you need to have three members in common, you need to have at least four members. So my answer to this question, it is four.